Good morning, all. Thanks for joining. So, Gopi Krishna, can you please stop your camera? Thank you very much. So, guys, today we are continuing the class for Maven. Okay. Anybody have any questions in Maven in the last session? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, audible.
Okay. Any other questions related to the Maven? Last time we have installed the server and created. No? Sorry. Okay, guys. Let's start the session. Okay. And session is recording now. I'm sharing my screen. Can you please confirm? Is my screen is visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So guys, in the software development lifecycle, if you're creating any software code, the code will be converting into application. There is a Maven tool is playing a key role. Okay. Then how we are setting up the environment, what are the architecture we are going to maintain in real-time environment that we are going to discuss. So parallelly, this Apache Maven project, okay, how you can set up in real-time environment in Amazon Web Services that we can discuss. Okay, parallelly, Maven and Amazon Web Services, Linux operating system, or maybe Windows operating system, how you can set up, that we can discuss today. So first of all, you need to understand what is meaning of Maven. There's a very big notes they provided by maven.apache.org website. And I try to explain the concept in a simple way to try to understand. So at any point of time, you need a software to download. You can, in the right side, the below Maven logo, download option is there. You can download and install based on your operating system. Operating system to operating system, the steps are changed and you need to follow that one. Okay. So basically, Maven, the meaning means, okay, accumulator of knowledge. So Maven, the meaning is, okay, accumulator of knowledge. So basically, this word is taken from Yiddish. Okay, Yiddish. It's not an English word, and it is from Yiddish. Now it's a number one project management tool in the market. So you can go to any project, definitely almost 90% Maven are using it. Okay. Suppose you can, let's take an example of,
Sorry, sir. Sorry, I'm interrupting. A part of Maven is any other option for in our DevOps? Any other tools who is using for the build? I think in Jenkins also have a feature for build Maven related,
okay.
and I'm asking this question.
Okay. Right. Absolutely, you're true. Okay. Not only Mavel is building a project management applications, okay, but Along with that Maven, so we have, okay, Jenkins. Even Jenkins also we'll use to build an application, but with the help of Maven plugin. Without Maven, we cannot do that. So Jenkins is the pipeline services, continuous integration and continuous delivery. In the pipeline, they will add a plugin called Maven plugin. They will install it. So actually next class is the same one. Okay. So once you completed the Maven this week, next week we will go for Jenkins and we will be creating the Windows machines, Linux machines with the help of Maven project. And we will be doing automation with the Jenkins actually. That is further classes and advanced level classes we are discussing now. Okay. So right now I'm not talking about any other than Maven. Only Maven, what is the architecture, how the environment will be set up, how the applications will be built, that everything I'll explain here. Okay, we are restricting the course because of if we are moving to here and there, we cannot understand the concept. That's the main reason. Are you clear? Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
right. Next concept is suppose you are starting a project, a Java project you are taking. You are conducting a Java project. So if you want to set up a Java project, what are the main jar files is needed to build a Java project? Any idea? Whenever you set up or maintaining or managing the Java project in real-time environment, do you know what are the additional jar files is required to set up the Java project? No idea, right? So basically, when you want to set up the Java project in real-time environment, it is not individually we are building the Java project and we can deliver it. It depending on the other dependencies like a DB related DB jar files, okay, Selenium jar files, and testing which jar files. So like that, different jar files are required to set up the environment. Okay, so these all files which is get connected to the main project and the job will get executed. The project will get completed. Okay, suppose this project, when you want to start here, the related jar files will be getting connected and will be downloaded from here. Okay, and the maybe DB related project means the DB related remote location and they'll be get downloaded and Selenium related information will be downloaded. Testing which related information will be downloaded into the Java project and finally project will get executed. Okay, so not only these three things, n number of dependencies required to complete the Java project. All the Java jar files you need to download and configure it. But it's a very difficult to each and everything we need to download and setting up this project environment. So without Maven. So what Maven will do? What Maven will do? So Maven will give the project structure. Suppose first point is Maven will give the project structure. Whatever the project structure you are mainly facing, the main project structure will be provided by Maven. Along with that, the second one is providing the pom.xml file configuration. It's providing the pom.xml file configuration. I'll explain that what is meaning of pom.xml clearly with some examples. This is a second file it's a main file in the Maven. This file will be provided, pom.xml. Next, reporting. What are the project updates? Everything they'll be sharing through reporting. Next, what you called documentation. Then final point is packaging. So these all 5 benefits which is provided by Maven. So without this information, if you're running the project without Maven, it's a very difficult to complete. There's a failure rate is very high in the project development. Understand? So with Maven, without Maven, the project is when we are running, that will be a very, very difficult when we are managing it. So these all are yellow indications, all are everything we are doing with the Maven project related information. Okay, so what pom.xml will do? So pom.xml will do the two types of jobs they'll maintain. Okay, pom.xml will do, there are two types of job they'll maintain. One is it maintains the dependencies. It maintains the dependencies. Yeah. And another thing is plugins. Plugins. These two things will be managed by pom.xml. This XML file. If you open the pom.xml file, you can see the dependencies information as well as the plugin information. Okay. Before we are discussing about pom.xml completely, so first we need to once again review this information. I'm a project leader. I have taken one project to development with the help of my team. The project, everything we are doing with a Java related programming language. So the Java programmers, everybody is available. The Java developers are developing the code, and the code I want to deploying on the servers or services, whatever it is, like a Windows servers or Linux machines, etc. So when we want to developing the applications required some related to the DB related, testing related, network related, external services, jar files related information is needed to completely making over of Java project. So without Maven, if you are configuring each and everything, download and setting up this environment, it's a very tough and a difficult process. So now the Maven came into the picture. It's take care of the a project structure to aligning the all the dependencies and plugins to be managing for these projects. So the complete project structures can be maintained, and when you are seeing that, immediately you can understand, okay, this is the top end, this is the bottom, and this is the middle process, everything was done, and everything we can understand that. And the second one, when creating the Maven project, the main configuration file will get created, that is called POM. So POM, the file will be there. POM file will be there. Do you know what is the meaning of POM file? Okay. project object model. So POM full form, project object model. So whatever the fundamental unit work we will be doing on the project, so each and every information, it will stored on the pom.xml file. So even the deployment, everything will be verifying with that pom.xml only. So this pom.xml, it has a two roles it's maintaining. One is a dependencies management, another one is a plugins management. I will explain what is meaning of dependencies, what is meaning of plugins, etc., etc. And coming to the reporting, reporting means whatever the job we'll be doing, that will be showing an output of the build process that we will get it. And documentations. So whenever we are doing the work, so the step-by-step process we need to write down, and then we have to showcasing to the client. Or maybe today I'm working here, tomorrow I'm moving to some other company. Somebody joined newly into the same project and they cannot understand how the project is made up of that, and the documentation is required. That's a standard operating procedure documents, SOPs. So those type of documents we can be easily created with a Maven and packaging. So finally, all the dependencies and plugins are collected for the Java application projects and all, and we collectively we can create a single package to deploying on the environment. This is one more important. And another one more additional important is we have a version 1.1 is currently released and production is running now. So client is required 1.2 should be releasing that. So with the help of Maven, we can manage the product version upgrade from one version to another version. So previously there is a lot of struggles they are maintaining. I will explain in the next 5 to 10 minutes why the people are facing the problem when we are upgrading process from one version to another version. So let's talk about what is meaning of form.xml. So project object model. So complete project related information, everything they'll be stored in the pom.xml file only. If you open that file, .xml file, you can see this. There's a two information will be there. One is a dependencies file, another one is a plugins file. But there's not a different file, a single file, but two header blockers will be available. So those information you can find out in a single XML file. So what is a dependencies will do means? What is a dependencies means? What are the related software plugins is needed? So that's related to the downloadable information like a database related, Selenium information, testing with information. Those files will be get downloaded from the different websites. They can managing it. They can managing it. Understand? Is that clear? So what is the main job they'll be taking care by dependencies? So one is downloading, third party, third party libraries. Okay. And files. This will take care. Downloading, third party libraries and files will be taken care by dependency section. So why third party? Example, when you are working on the Java related project, but the particular application features requirement, so and so required the libraries, we need to bring it from the external resources. We are not creating the libraries in-house. From external area, we are downloading that or maybe we are copying that third-party libraries and files, and we're keeping to other project location file, and we are creating the source code, and we are the functionality we get releasing it. So the related third-party plugins will be available on the internet site. I'll show you where the third party plugins are available. Okay. And so what is a site where we can purchase, and whether it's available freely or we have to buy the any payment, so that I will show you. And next thing is plugins. So plugins is nothing but, so mostly you have seen in the internet area, you will be downloading and installing some plugins on your systems. Example, uh, IDM plugin is there. Internet Download Manager plugin is there. Mostly we people are using it. What is the purpose of using Internet Download Manager? In internet browsers, we are trying to install IDM browser, Internet Download Manager. What is the purpose we are using it? Hmm? Downloading videos from internet. Downloading videos from internet like a YouTube, okay, any some kind of movie sites. We are downloading the videos to local system and you can watch again. So what it is actually, the IDM it is, it's a plugin. So anytime have you opened a plugin and you have seen what is information it is? Anytime, Gopi, Likita, anytime you have opened that file and you have seen that, what are the information is available there? Huh? No idea, right? So there are some settings are configured. Settings are configured. What level of settings? Example, IDM manager. Okay, if any video is playing, that means MP4 application, the data is playing on the browser, the source file you can get it, and you can option to directing to download the files to local system. The settings are created on the plugin. So plugins are also softwares. Plugins also softwares. Okay. Sometimes plugins will be directly can be installed attaching with operating system. It will works. Certain cases. In certain cases, plugins will not directly interacting with the operating system. Plugins is needed some subordinated applications like Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome. This type of application is required. Okay. So now in the pom.xml, what is a plugin information means? The related project configuration will be saved on the plugins. So whatever the configuration we are made on this particular file, the complete based on the instruction, the work will continue. Suppose in the pom.xml file, how the files you can identify dependencies and plugins. Okay, you can see a body section, a body section of your pom.xml look like this. Let me show you some pics in the internet so that you can easily understand. Pom.xml file. Can you see this? So here is the starting and here is the ending. So in this dependencies, they clearly mention that, okay, this is the dependencies are there. This is a dependency 1, this is a dependency 2. Dependencies in the block, multiple dependency we can configure between this block. So based on the group ID that will create it, and we can give them given the version and artifactory ID, and so what type it is, like a EJB file or maybe WAR file. So everything they'll be mentioned in this particular file. Are you clear? You can see these files. When we are start working on the project from the next class onwards, we can see this file and we can configure the whatever the dependency is required manually we will do, and we can successfully complete our project going forward. You can see this. What is the importance of the pom.xml file? It's maintain the dependencies for the Maven repositories. Hey, what is meaning of Maven repository? That's a very, very important. What is the Maven repository? So go to google.com, type Maven repository. Okay. You can right click and can go to this, the mavenrepository.com. You can see here a number of repositories are available. Based on your requirement, you can take this. Different versions are available. Okay, whoever newly joined, okay, so mostly this is a new for you. Okay, whoever already my old students, okay, you're learning this Maven class today. I'm just hint I'm giving this for you. When we are learning the Docker class, so Docker Hub is provided. Docker Hub, hub.docker.com. So what are the information is available in the Docker Hub? What are the files are available in the hub.docker.com? Everybody silent. I don't want to call out your name and I'm asking you. Shashikala, what are the information is in hub.docker.com?
Sir, it's images and containers. We can find out there, right, sir?
Then why you're waiting? I'm not asking you for, you're not a guest, so you're already family member, right? You can give me your answer directly. I don't
Yes, sir.
want to ask you again. So yes, images, Docker images are available in the hub.docker.com based on the different brandings. Similar way, here MVN repository. MVN means Maven, okay, shortcut. This is a repositories are available. So like a different packages are available. So based on the popular category, so like a Android, iOS, so like a build models, collections, JDBC drivers, okay. So different level of applications are available. So based on your requirement, you can take it. This is mostly 90% it is a free. Okay, no charges. In case any special vendor based plugins, if you want to download, that will be chargeable. That will be a chargeable. So open bracket, closing bracket between the dependencies. What are the dependencies if you are showing it? The complete dependencies we can taking the file from the internet. So without internet, this cannot be downloaded. So basically, our job will be the dependencies, whatever the job we are doing, they maintain the local repository. This is the local repository. And similar way, remote repository will be there. That is called mvnrepository.com. So this particular repository information, everything will be available here. N number of packages, N number of dependencies, libraries are available in the internet. So that we can taking from the website only. That we are taking from website only. So this local repository, whatever the dependencies we are mentioned in the pom.xml file, that file everything will be downloaded here. Not all the files which we are mentioned in the dependencies section. Okay, understand? So this is a mavenrepository.com. The packages, the third-party libraries, whatever the mention in the dependencies, that will be downloaded here. Suppose some XYZ data is there, that we downloaded here. XYZ data is there, we downloaded here. Okay. Once it is downloaded, internet is not required. even we can work offline. So, but during that downloading from remote repository to local repository, internet is must. So whatever the dependencies, it will be downloaded means it depends on you declared. Whoever the build team was declaring the dependencies for the Java project. So these all are dependencies will be configured in the dependencies list, dependencies ID, and based on that, it address will be pulled out from the mavenrepository.com and downloading to the local repository. That's it. And plugins is nothing but it is a configuration. What are the configuration will be given, that related information will be stored. So that we already discussed, right? So plugins means, okay, whatever the project, how you need to behavior, the project related configurations, settings, everything they will be mentioned in the plugin section. So this is a overall the how Maven will work. So you can see the steps, read form.xml file, the first step. Second step, download dependencies defined in the form.xml file into local repository from central or remote repository, that is called mbnrepository.com. And third one, execute lifecycle phases, goals, plugins, etc. defined in specified build path. So we have given some kind of a structure we have provided. Based on the structure, the work will get executed. So the complete path we will be maintained in this pom.xml file. So in entire Maven, you need to understand the roles and responsibility of your pom.xml file. So build lifecycle, dependencies, build plugins, build profiles. These four information you need to learn in the Maven. In the local repository, you can achieve your requirement, achieve your project goals. So this is completely automation. This is completely, it is an automation. Any other question? Guys, shall we set up a new environment in the Linux operating system for Maven? So you will learn first Linux creation and followed by Maven installation. Is that fine? So now I can go to aws.amazon.com, the main console. So here is the instances is there. So now here I'm going to create a Maven server. So launch instance. I'm going to create Amazon Linux here. I'm going to create a Amazon Linux here. So even you can install it on Ubuntu, Red Hat Enterprise Linux also. So mostly in Amazon environment, we are using Amazon Linux. If you want, you can try with Ubuntu also, but small commands are changing. Okay. The name is Amazon Linux MVN Maven server. Okay. Maven server. Amazon Linux. Okay. AL and MVN. So the server is creating in SGP Singapore location. So that's why SGP AL MVN server I'm creating it. So don't make any changes here. My request is select this Amazon Linux window, and you can select Amazon Linux 2 kernel 5.10, you can select it. Okay, Amazon Linux 2 AMI, kernel 5.10, you can select it. And remaining all a default one. Now key pairs, better can create a new key pair for this. The key pair is HGP underscore AL MVN key pair. So this is a password file for it. And directly you can select the PPK file and you can create a key pair and download it on the desktop location. Okay, don't forget it. It's a separately you can maintain this. Done. And in the network security, make sure you have to use existing security group and use a default one. And now finally you can click launch an instance. So by default, it will be showing is a 8 GB. Yeah, 8 GB is fine. Maybe if you need additional storage from the console, you can directly give how much you want, like a 15 GB, 20 GB, 30 GB you can give. I'll make it as a 10 GB. Okay, 2 GB I'm creating additionally for this because of I'm going to creating some packages going forward. So that's what I'm selecting as a 10 GB for this Linux machine and click launch an instance. Okay, so I'm selecting Amazon Linux, the old operating system Amazon Linux 2, kernel 5.10 and created a new key pair T2 micro and selected the existing network key pair file. That's a network security configuration default one and make it as a storage size is a 10 GB and click launch an instance. Okay. So now the server is creating. So please wait. So it's completely command line installation. So don't worry, I'll give you the commands so you can directly install it. You can directly go to internet and you can ask that Maven installation on Amazon Linux. Okay. This is official page they provided by Amazon. You can check this. Yeah. Sometimes these commands, it will work maximum 90%. Sometimes it'll give some error. So you need to act accordingly. So sometimes the keep on, they'll be changing the updates in the page. Sometimes if it is not updated means you have to clearly check that you can go ahead. So to install Apache Maven and Java 8 on your EC2 instance, connect Amazon EC2 instances with SSH client and install Apache Maven EC2 instance. First enter the following repository. So guys, this is the address where you want to download and install it. So first of all, I'm going to copy this address up to here, right? And I need to check this, the page is working or not. If the page is not working, how this file will work? Okay, see, this is a configuration file. Yeah, definitely it will work. Definitely it will work. Okay. So even you can check this website, whether it is working or not, you can check this. Yeah, this is the FTP library where the files are available. You can download and you can create them on that. Come back and you can check here. Now the server is ready. Okay. Copy this server and open Putty console and paste here. And we can select, this is a key pair file, which I used it, and click open, accept. EC2-user is a username. EC2-user is a small letters. Let me change the font size here. Appearance, change. Now, done. This is the maximum screen I have created. Then clear screen. Okay. Now I can copy this link directly. Okay. Copy this link directly. And you can paste here, hit enter. Now, solving this location and the file is saved. Total 445 files. The size is 18.5 MB. Okay, which is downloaded from this Apache Maven repository, saving to this location. So etc yum, in this particular location, it is saved, the files. And based on this command, it is connected to this repos.fedor people org. So with this public IP address and port numbers is connected successfully, and the package was saved on the local system. Moving to the next one, enter the following to set the version number of the package. Okay, just copy it, paste it here. That's it. So now we have set up this version number package was selected. Then directly we can install the Apache Maven. So copy this and you can paste here and hit enter. Now it's loading the plugin for Apache Maven. So please wait. It will take some time to install it. It's a very big files. Okay. Guys, one more important update. You don't want to buy hat anything for installation. Okay. Some people are by hatting the installation procedure also. Don't by hat it. That's not needed. Nobody will ask you by hatting the commands and all for the installation. Okay. Successfully completed. Successfully completed. Okay. So next, you can go with for installing of Java plugins. Java also we required for dependencies to run Maven. Copy this. Okay, paste here, hit enter. And you can press Y and hit enter. And it will install the OpenJDK files, 1.8 version. Don't close the session or maybe shut down the machine during the installation. Successfully, Java dependencies are installed 1.8 OpenJDK, both 64 and 32-bit versions. And coming to the enter the following Java 8 default runtime configurations. So this is a location. The Java will be default configuration they'll be mentioned here. Then you can just follow these two commands and you can complete your installation. Okay. Now, what is the number you can select it? There are three programs which is program Java, user lib JVM and Java 17 Corretto bin Java is available. And recently we downloaded the 1.8 version. I'm selecting number 3 and setting up this. Done. And now enter the following for Java a default compiler for default compiler also javac. This is a command. So now I'm pasting here. And this is also Java also will be giving 1.8 only. There's a higher version which is installed recently. And press 2 and hit enter. So now all the configuration I did. So if you want to check the command to what is the version and whether it's a Maven is available or not, you can check this mbn hyphen version and hit enter, and you can check this Apache Maven 3.5.2 successfully installed on the system. Even Java also is available. This is a Java home directory. This is a Java version. So everything looks good. This is a Linux kernel version 5.10 as we discussed. So guys, what we need to do? You need to follow this article and I'm pinging on the chat. Can you please copy and follow here? Any other question? Make sure everyone you need to complete this task by tomorrow without fail. In case of any doubts, you please reach us on the WhatsApp group. Okay, we will help you. So from 10 o'clock to evening 7 o'clock, our team is available to help you. Morning 10 to evening 7, anybody will help you based on your questions related to the lab. Okay, so first watch the video, then you can practice. In case of any problem after you're watching also, definitely will help you. Thank you guys. If you don't have any questions, we can leave for the day. Thank you all.